Hello, this is Dr. Linda Martinez-Louis. I want to speak with you about suffering from adrenal fatigue, married to a covert narcissist. These days, a very large percentage of the population is suffering from some stage or level of adrenal fatigue. This is part of 21st century living, but it also can have a lot to do with the fact that you are married to either an overt or a covert, very sneaky, false self narcissist. When a person has adrenal fatigue, they always feel tired. Even after a decent night's sleep, a person with this disorder can feel very tired. And they're emotionally very irritable, often with depression. They can be very angry and enraged, go into tremendous mood swings. There's inflammation in the body. The person is easily overwhelmed, craving sweets and salty foods. There can be a lot of muscle tension and weakness, and the large consumption of sweets and caffeine. A person in the morning who has this difficulty, this problem, this imbalance in the body will go for the caffeine in the morning and sometimes throughout the day. The adrenal glands are two walnut-sized organs that rest on top of the kidneys, and they are an integral part of your endocrine system. They're responsible for major bodily functions. These adrenal glands are activated when we're having a stress response, a response to a threat, to danger. Your brain registers that there is danger, and you go into a fight or flight mode. And after a long period of time, particularly if you're married to, let's say, a covert narcissist, you're in a stress response almost all the time. Even when you're trying to sleep or sleeping, you're kind of sleeping with one eye open because you never know what's going to happen with this person from one moment to the next. And also, we bring what has happened to us in the past. If we've had a very traumatic childhood, we can also have the adrenal glands depleted or dysregulated in some significant way. So chronic stress throughout life will also cause the adrenal glands to no longer operate and be regulated as they should, and adapting to stress as they need to. Within the adrenal glands, cortisol is produced, and that's kind of the driver of energy in the body. And when that gets depleted, the person is completely exhausted most of the time. So you can see that if you have adrenal fatigue and you are married to a covert narcissist, you're on a real high wire act, because not only do you have the input of your own reaction, but you're having to deal with this very cruel, negative, projecting individual all the time. And you may even be blaming yourself when it's really the narcissist who is causing tremendous suffering on your part. So this is very serious relational stress that you have that is having a tremendous effect on your adrenal functions and causing you to possibly have adrenal fatigue, which is caused by excessive chronic stress and very low cortisol that result in very low cortisol levels. The medical community, not all the medical community, accepts the diagnosis of adrenal fatigue. So that's something that you want to, again, I'm not a medical practitioner. I hold a PhD in clinical psychology, but I do know quite a bit about adrenal fatigue, and I've had many clients who have adrenal fatigue. Now, some of the symptoms are that you can be almost always tired, even in the morning when you get up. If you've had a decent night's sleep, you're very tired in the morning, so you go for the coffee. And you may go for caffeine, either coffee or energy drinks throughout the day. Again, you're very irritable, depressed, very angry, mood swings. Many people feel very overwhelmed. They crave sweets and salty foods. And this is a very tough syndrome to have. It's very, very hard. And very few people really understand it. It's almost like you have to have it in order to understand it. Even those around us who are trying to understand have a difficult time, and they wonder, well, why is this person tired all the time? And they just slept. I mean, don't they get any benefit from their breaks? Well, this is built up over a long period of time. And if you've been in fight or flight most of your life, and especially being married to a covert narcissist, you are going to become depleted one way or another. So first of all, don't blame yourself for being in this state. And there will be a few people who understand, but again, there's a lot of literature on the subject now. You'll have to weed it out for yourself and possibly find someone, a medical person, that really understands this. I'm mainly talking about it because I'm seeing it much more often with clients and with people that are writing to me. One of the most important things that you do in healing yourself from adrenal fatigue is what you're eating. You want to eat foods that keep your blood sugar very well balanced and to keep yourself on a food schedule. Exercise very lightly. You cannot do heavy-duty workouts when you have adrenal fatigue. Avoid stressful people and situations. Now, this is very hard if you're married to a narcissist. It could be that you're going to have to put yourself first, which is essential, and divorce this person or separate from them so that you can. They're not going to change. Their stress, imposing stress on you, that's not going to change. In fact, when they feel that you're in the lower mode, they may even up their game on causing you even more stress, more anxiety, more depression, more rage. They're projecting their rage out all the time, and they're pushing you beyond your limits. So, and I'm sure you're very aware of that. It's very important, as I said, the eating is very important, eating the way you should, cutting out the caffeine, the sugars, the sweeteners, and eating healing foods. The really good nuts, walnuts, and almonds, coconut, olives, avocado, and really good, if you do eat animal protein, really very pure animal protein, as well as certain kinds of fish like sardines that are good for you. The most important thing, too, here is putting yourself first. Be sure you get the rest that you need. This is very important, that you let yourself lie down. Get to bed by 10 p.m. Cut out the relational stress. Cut out people in your lives that are causing you more stress. And again, as I said before, self-care every single day, during the day and at night. Do things that you enjoy doing that are calming and relaxing. Music, listening to beautiful music is lovely to do. Listening to stories that are calming. Being with people that are supportive and loving and empathic is also very important. And know that you will heal. You can heal from adrenal fatigue. Take very good care of yourself. Remember, you come first.